the summer season begins, there's a lot to get ready for. All this week, we're giving you tips to get ahead before the fun begins. Here with some advice on how to stay safe while you swim, please welcome the co-founder of Goldfish Swim School, Jenny McCuiston, and four-time Olympic gold medalist, Ryan Murphy. Not to be confused with Hollywood's Ryan Murphy, but equally as pool-friendly.
Hello.
Great to see you.
Jenny, Ryan has some help in the pool today. Who's that?
Yes, he has one of our best little swimmers. That's Lucy in there, and they're gonna show us some skills they're gonna help keep us safe in the water.
Is it safe to use your iPods in the pool, or might that cause a problem to us at home?
Well, we're hoping it doesn't get wet.
Okay. All right, let's start with what?
The crab walk.
Okay.
Yeah, so this might seem really simple for an adult, but little children, they really need strength to be able to crawl to safety. So they're gonna show us right here. It's just basically a clicking. We do it like a crab. You can make it fun. They're gonna crawl across the wall. She made it to the steps safely, and it does take muscle strength, so it's something to practice at home.
Oh, nice, okay.
What's the best way to get out? I've pulled many things getting out of the pool before. What's the easiest and best way?
Yeah, so we do something called elbow, tummy, knee. So it just reminds kids of the body parts that they're gonna use to get out of the water, and we can also say fin, belly flipper.
Ryan, are you wearing a shirt or are you burnt? I can't tell if that's...
It's like a second skin.
I see your
I'm wearing a
abs.
little rash guard.
Okay, got it. I couldn't. That's good for scraping along the side of the pool too, isn't it?
How do we get comfortable underwater?
Yeah, so a lot of you may have scary memories of being dunked under the water, or something, or it was not a gradual approach. We try and do something called a dip.
Good job.
Like what they're doing, just a real gradual dip into the water to get kids comfortable. It can be a scary thing to go under for the first time.
So treading water, this is such an important thing. You don't want to do it too hard, too fast. You want to maintain calmness. What's the best technique?
Yeah, so this is a safety skill that we really focus on. It's a way to keep your head above water. You can call for help or just take a rest. So it's in and out with the arms, and it's an egg beater kick with the legs, and you can just take a breather, call for help, and it will keep you safe.
And you don't want to do it too fast, too hard.
Right, so it's kind of a gradual motion because if you do it too fast, you can really tire out.
Yeah, you got to relax, like being in the ocean. You have to relax.
Exactly.
Number one important thing.
Exactly.
What is the breath rollover technique?
Right, so this is something that's very important. So in order to get a breath, you need to learn how to float on your back and take a breather. So they're gonna show us real quick. You start on your belly and just a quick tap to cue the children, and then they learn how to float on their back, take a breath, and it's just a really important safety skill.
Part of the relaxing.
Whose pool and spa is this?
That's why I want to be.
Ryan's? Ryan, well done. Congratulations on all the wins.
I wish this was my pool.
All right, now I think that my mother put me in swim lessons really young and swim team really young. It is such an important skill to have in life for kids.
In the pool and to understand the ocean too.
Yes,
and
to understand
respect
the waves.
and fear. And for your animals too. I've had to teach my dogs how to get out. Because I get, you think about your pets if they fall in.
You want to show them the way out.
It could be
Exactly.
scary,
We're going to get a break. More safety swimming tips when we come back.
Hi, we are back with Jenny McCuiston and learning about swim safety. Jenny, what are some of the things we need to stay safe once in the water?
Yeah, so we really recommend don't rely on puddle jumpers and floaties and noodles to keep your kids safe this summer.
What's a puddle jumper?
You know those things you put on your arms?
Oh,
and
that's a puddle.
Yes, and
it was a flight.
Yeah.
A flight.
I don't rely on those anyway. Wow, that's a stiff noodle.
You're noodling with the noodle.
So this is good or bad?
Well, they give kids a false sense of security, like they know how to swim, and they can easily slip off. So if they ever jump in without it, they really need swim lessons. They need to learn how to swim. They can reduce the risk of drowning by 88%. So we really just want to make sure they know how to swim first before they play with all of the toys.
Okay, got it.
Yes,
all right.
And then make sure that they have a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket. That's really important because a lot of life jackets are out there. Make sure it has this on it, that it's snug fitting, that it fits around the neck and the shoulders well.
That's a big thing.
As well.
You always see it coming off. That's a big thing.
Exactly.
Interesting, but that it's certified. I never thought about that.
Yes,
Wow. Okay, sorry.
And then here, we just talk about really wearing a bright colored swimsuit in the water. We were just on vacation. I could pick out my kids easily, knowing where they were in their bright suits. Otherwise, they can blend in and easily slip away. So
These are
yours. Your size?
These are yours.
Yeah, your size?
I knew it. This is what he wears in the tub all the time.
And then also snug fitting goggles. Make sure they fit around the eye socket well. Make sure they're comfortable. Kids really gain balance when they have goggles on.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Okay, and emphasizing the rules of swim safety is so important.
Yeah, so make sure you go over the pool rules. Make sure you're talking to your kids about water safety, not diving in shallow areas, making sure a lifeguard's on duty when they're swimming. So you just want to make sure before you send them loose in the pool, make sure they're learning the pool rules first.
What's the rule on, we'd always swim, get hungry, eat a
right.
sandwich, and then my mom would say, you can't go in the pool for however many minutes.
That's a great question,
I don't know if it's a
Ryan.
myth or not.
Is
I'm
that
not sure.
true? She's like, you're going to
Well,
get
a
a
cramp.
cramp.
A cramp, right?
I'm like, well, I'm going to, yeah, it's fine,
yeah.
but I'll swim through it.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that still said now? I don't
Well,
think.
my
is that-
mother still makes
I
me
think
wait
it's
after I have a barbecue before I get in the pool. All right, what do we have here?
So this is something that we call a water guardian tag. So you want to make sure that someone always has eyes on the kids in the pool at all times. It's so easy. You could be at a barbecue in a backyard pool situation. You pick up your phone to check a text, or you
Wow.
start talking with a friend. You want to make sure that someone's in charge all time. So you put this on your neck. Make sure 30 minutes everyone switches out so that they're
wow.
not tired, they're not lagging. So make sure they have eyes on the pool at all times.
God forbid there's trouble. You spot trouble in the water. What's the action plan?
Right, so we say something, act, throw, don't go. So there's a lot of double drownings that can happen. The kids jump out, or even an adult, to try and help someone. It's better to throw a life preserver, throw even a noodle so that they can grab onto it and you can bring them into safety.
And because if there's current, tide, you could be swept
Someone needs to be on
Exactly.
solid ground.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
And what about the toys here?
So kids are curious. We all know this. If they see this guy floating in the pool, they might try and jump in and go after it. And so you want to make sure that all the pool toys are stored in a basket away from the pool so that there's no distractions, there's no dangers that the kids could get into.
And what about the fences, the alarms, those safety precautions around a pool?
Yes, so important. We always talk about layers of safety. So it's some lessons, it's all these things, but fences, pool alarms, make sure that there's eyes on the pool at all times. So there's a lot of layers to keeping kids safe around the water.
Great stuff.
Good
Very
tips.
timely. Thank you very much.
Important.
You can go to kellyryan.com for all these great tips and more. Next, we'll talk business with Bethany right after this.
If you would like to know more about any of this week's Beat the Heat tips, just log on to our website at kellyryan.com.